Welcome back to another episode of the Billy Goats BAAA podcast. Today, since we know everyone's at home and not doing anything, we're going to do a stretch along so you guys can stretch with us while we're talking. So it's a real stretching podcast.
This is a big great moment.
I know. Carson thought of all of these, but yeah, so we're just going to, we hold every stretch for 30 seconds until, except for a few exceptions, which we'll tell you guys about. And then we'll just try and describe the stretches so you guys can follow along at home.
Okay. So, just start by touching your toes while standing.
Yeah, number 1, standing hamstring stretch. Just touch your toes and hold that for 30 seconds.
Okay.
Whoa. You know, we should really get video for this, but oh well.
Who cares?
It's
We're
a
podcast.
I know.
We can't change that.
It's a podcast. This isn't a YouTube channel. It's not like we upload to YouTube or anything.
I'm not gonna losers do that.
I know, right? I feel like we're gonna start uploading insane amounts. Alright. Next, we go into what's called a runner's pose, where you're on your knees, and then you put one foot out in front of you on your heel, and then you bend down and try and touch the floor. And try and make sure you, keep your back kind of straight so that you can really breathe into that stretch. And again, we're holding this.
Yogis.
We're holding this for 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And
isn't that the term yogi? I think it's yogi.
Yogi? For what?
Yogi. The person that teaches yoga. Pretty sure it's a yogi.
So now we're yogis?
Yeah, I think we're yogis. But that also might be a person that does yoga.
Alright, switch. Yeah, we're now yoga instructors apparently, Carson.
Nice.
Yeah.
When the summertime fully rolls around, we can call ourselves hot yoga instructors.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we're already hot, but yeah, you know how we be.
Hotter.
Alright, and now for our next stretch, we kind of go into a lunge position, but you put your opposite hand on the floor of your foot so that they're in line with your shoulders, and then you bring up your back knee so that it's just one back leg and then your front leg bent in a lunge position and your right hand, I guess, on the ground next to it, kind of shoulder width apart. And then you just bring your other hand all the way back high into the sky, reaching back to really rotate your chest.
We're a top tier explanation.
I know. We really got to describe these well because no one can see it. I hope people are doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
If not, that's our problem, but oh well.
Yeah, no, it's more theirs.
And another 30-second hold.
I'm here now. There's 3 that aren't. I'm remembering right.
Correct.
Besides.
Alright. No. And then, while you're still in this position, just rotate your chest again, but through the opposite way so that your arm goes underneath your other arm. And so it's just kind of like a reverse follow through.
I'm an absolute fool.
I know.
About that. Who said that word?
You just gotta rotate. So all of your limbs on the ground are the same, but then you just rotate your other hand all the way around to touch the floor on the other side of your body.
Yeah. And your arm should be going through, underneath your other arm.
Correct.
Switch.
Yep, and then switch and just do it on the other side. So now, if you had your left leg up on the other side, now you have your right leg up.
We're so cool like that.
I know, right? And if you can't figure it out, look it up online, and there's probably a demonstration of someone doing this pose.
I got most of them from online.
Yeah, or just DM us at Sloper Slappers, and we'll send you a picture of us doing it. Alright, switch, go through now. Dude, that'll really spice up our DMs, huh? I might try and put this one out before our other uploads, actually, just because it's kind of like actual stretching, not just us talking. But yeah, we're gonna be super flexible, and we're gonna improve our climbing like this.
And if you follow along with us, so will you.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Alright, now we're just on to the basic tricep stretch, where you take your arm, put it behind your head, grab your elbow, and pull. That was a pretty good description of a tricep stretch, I think.
No, I was impressed.
Yeah. It was just like...
I think I can remember this from PE.
Yeah, same. Just every PE teacher ever teaches you this.
I know, they're like, this is the one stretch you'll need in your entire life.
I know. I don't think this actually stretches like your triceps that much.
I don't know.
I think it's more of like a shoulder lat stretch.
Switch. Yeah, I feel it in my shoulder.
Yeah. Well, it stretches well enough for us. We think it'll stretch well enough for you as well, all you listeners at home.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think?
And I keep forgetting to practice my Will Smith impression.
Oh yeah, true. Alright. Next stretch is what we call a figure 4 stretch. So you just like lay on your back, bring like say your left knee up, and then you bring your right leg on top of your left knee, so that like your foot, it's like you're just crossing your legs, like some people might call it newspapers or something, and then you just like pull your knee back and really get into that deep stretch. Do you think I should like put in the description all of the times of us describing the new stretches? Like try and put a timeline in?
Maybe. That's kind of fancy.
Yeah, that'll take a little bit of work, but that's okay. We do it for all of our like 6 subscribers.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Matt better be listening to this. I expect him to be the most flexible setter.
I know, right? Did you switch?
Yeah, I did switch.
Alright, switch. This is definitely going to expose all of our communication problems and how listening to you over Skype, I sometimes cannot hear you say switch.
Also, like, half the time I just don't say switch.
Yeah, you just like say it in your head or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. That helps a lot, Carson. Thank you.
You are welcome. Okay.
Alright, next is pigeon pose, where you basically just put one leg really high up, and you just kind of like bend it. I don't really know how to say it. And then you leave one leg back in like a straight-legged position kind of, and you just bring your hips down and just kind of lean into the stretch. And it should be like somewhere stretching your groin and hamstring a little bit, I think, right?
Yeah.
That's
your
what
front leg should make a 90-degree angle.
Yeah, unless you're not that flexible, don't hurt yourself. We do not condone overstretching. Please don't do that. Stay safe. If you feel a sharp pain, get out, but it should feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Pain is just weakness leaving your body.
Of course. Bro, that's like something cross-country runners put on the backs of their shirts and stuff.
Man, you're absolutely roasting cross-country. Switch.
Oh, I was looking at some cross-country meme accounts on Instagram for some reason. I don't know how, but they popped up on my Explore page, and I just started looking through them, and I was like, haha, that's funny.
Thank you for the description.
I know, right? And if you guys can't hear us say switch or anything, just know we're holding it for 30 seconds. Unless we tell you otherwise.
Okay. Friday night.
Okay. Friday nights are, it's like a butterfly, but like you're facing the ground. So basically you just spread your legs on your knees, and then you just lean your butt really far back into the ground. And that's the best way I can describe it. We did not come up with this name. But yeah, we use it.
It's a great name.
Yeah.
Some people call it Froggers.
Oh, yep, Froggers. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, again, if you don't know what these look like, hit us up on Sloper Slappers, and we'll find a picture for you to figure it out.
Yo, and if you're not following us, you might as well do that as well.
Yeah, you definitely should while you're there. All right.
It's butterfly. Everyone knows.
Yeah,
this.
everyone better. If you don't know this, like I just don't know, man. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put like our whole stretching routine in the routine in the description so that everyone like knows what's up.
Send you my list if you want.
Yes, please.
I don't think it has the ones that we've added since I haven't looked at it in a while. Just I know it by memory now.
That's okay. I can make revisions.
Alright, what am I doing? Shoulder squeeze.
Yeah, shoulder squeeze. Just, it's like you're doing that chest stretch where you put your arms behind your back and like clasp them together, and then you just squeeze and push down. I think that's an accurate description.
That's it. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Sometimes my chest pops in this stretch.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. My knees are really the only thing that pops. It's kind of gross, but not gross as your.
My hip popping.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's a little unsettling.
Okay. This is gonna be a rough one.
Yep. All right. We call this side bend stretch. So basically, again, get on your knees, but then leave one knee bent and bring your right leg out to your side. And so basically, the inside edge of your foot should be on the ground with the the outside edge like up off the ground. And then you basically just kind of like lean into it, kind of like if you were just doing like, I don't know, a basic hamstring stretch on the floor, but now you're kind of raised.
That was a pretty solid description.
Yeah. Again, if you don't know what it is, hit us up on Sloper Slappers and we'll send you a picture.
Just covering your back like that.
I know. It's actually just me like setting a timer on my phone for the camera, and it's just me demonstrating the stretch. Which I might do if I can't find a picture like online or something.
Switch.
Anything for our followers and subscribers, you know. So yeah, how's the quarantine going?
Pretty boring. I'm just sleeping a lot.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay. Then just lunge.
Alright, so it's basically like the first one where we like rotate our chest with our arms, but now you just put one leg forward, one leg back in like a lunge position with your back leg raised, and then you just try and touch your elbows to the ground and really lean into like that inside like groin muscle or something.
There's probably like a technical word for that, but it's alright.
Yeah, I don't know those words. I'm just the basic yoga instructor, you know.
Well, you're doing a pretty solid job of moving.
I'm trying.
Okay, switch.
Oh. And now you will all feel the pain that we go through while we talk.
Try to make conversation. I'll just breathe in heavy.
Yeah, that's why we always sound out of breath, dude. And,
Okay. Pull backs.
alright, so get on your knees again, and then it's kind of like runner's pose, except for you bend your knee, and your entire foot is on the floor. So again, it's a lunge, I guess. Except now it's your back knee that's on the floor, and then you lift up your foot instead of like leaving your foot on the floor and lifting up your knee. Yeah, that sounded really bad, but...
A lunge where you pick up your back leg.
Correct. Thank you, Carson.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Also, since we have so much time on our hands, we're kind of stretching twice a day now, and we're considering putting out twice as much content, but we know that would we knew it would just overwhelm everyone, so we won't.
Switch.
Oh, I think the thumbnail for this one's just going to be a basic like picture of someone stretching.
Nice.
With like a stock image watermark or something.
Yeah. That pretty much describes...
That's quality content right there.
Okay. His chest.
Alright, lay on your back and bring your knee up to your chest. Pretty solid description. These aren't even like climbing specific like stretches. These are just basic stretches.
I don't know. Get flexible.
I feel like
Just
most
maybe a little.
of these stretches are like hamstring stretches.
They are. There's very few other ones.
Yeah.
With back flexibility, you don't need much for climbing. Switch. Calf stretches just to make sure you don't get injured.
Mm-hmm.
Your shoulder stretches are the same reason.
So basically we're a soccer team now.
Basically.
Yeah. And a volleyball. We definitely should do that boys like beach volleyball thing. I'm so down for that.
Yeah. I'm so down too. You're just in quarantine just practicing volleyball.
Heck yeah, dude.
Okay. Next stretch.
Alright, literally just lean your neck to the side. And this one we only hold for 15 seconds on each side because your neck is very delicate. Don't push it. Don't hurt yourself.
Mm-hmm. We recommend sitting in crisscross applesauce.
Yes, that's a quality position for this stretch.
Switch.
Except for sometimes when Carson forgets to check the time. Then we hold it for 30 seconds. But it's not recommended.
Yeah, that's just because I'm bad.
Nah.
Spots.
You're human. Alright, now, spread your legs like a little bit more than shoulder width apart. and then bend down and touch your ankle, or grab your ankles, while keeping your legs straight if you can. If not, just bring your legs closer together, and then just like lower your butt as far as you can without falling over while bending your knees, and go really slow in and out of it. And I think it's supposed to stretch, like, again, like your groin muscle and like maybe like your rotator, whatever they're called, some like hip stuff.
Yep. Barely.
Yeah, and so we don't hold this, we just go down and up slowly 5 times. That would suck if you had to hold this for 30 seconds.
Oh man, I've fallen over sometimes doing this naturally.
Yeah.
Like that.
Alright, now, alright, so your legs are in the same position as before. You're standing up with your legs a little bit more than shoulder width apart. Bend your knees about 90 degrees. Put both of your hands on your knees, arms straight, and then really lean into one side of your shoulder so that one of your shoulders goes like in front, kind of. Like you're pushing your knee out so that it's kind of an inside hamstring stretch, as well as pushing your shoulder forward, so it kind of, what would you say this stretches? Like your traps maybe a little bit?
Yeah.
And we hold these for 30 seconds in that position. You should look like a sumo wrestler, just like your stance, and then you just like stretch it.
Stand up on someone.
Yeah. I feel like this is going to be a really long podcast because we have to describe everything.
No, our last one was pretty long. Okay. Calf stretch.
Calf stretch. We do it where you put one leg forward, one leg back. The leg behind should be completely straight. And then you can bend your front leg to get as deep into the stretch as you want. And we usually lean forward a little bit, but then bring our chest backwards. Like in a straight up position.
Yeah.
And you should feel it in your calf, obviously. And if you're not touching anything, it's maybe a little bit of balance too. Get the stabilizer muscles in your ankles going.
And your toes should generally be facing the same direction.
Yeah, they should both be facing straight.
Okay.
Oh, now it's time for our favorite part. Middle splits.
Yeah.
So, if you don't know what a middle split is, sit down, spread your legs as far apart as you can,
Yeah.
and to start off, we'll just put, like, both arms to your left side.
Nah, both to both.
Oh, yeah, I'm dumb. Alright, you gotta touch both of your feet at the same time. If you can't, grab, like, your calf or your ankle or something.
As long as you feel the stretch, that's all that matters.
Yeah, just lean forward into that.
Doesn't matter how far you can stretch, it matters how far your perseverance can stretch.
Oh, that was so motivational, Carson.
I know.
We should put that on a shirt.
Where did I hear that? I heard it from some stretching once.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Me and the boys watching yoga footage to get better at our yoga instructor jobs.
Still the funniest thing to me was I was watching this, like, 1-year-old stretching stuff,
Mm-hmm.
trying to like stretch in somewhere,
Yeah.
and her dad just like peeked his head through the door, like looked around, made eye contact with the camera, and slowly backed away.
Nice.
It was pretty solid.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. Have either of our parents like talked during the podcast? Because I know they do it just like regularly, but I don't know if we've ever been recording when they have.
And then I usually have my "Do Not Disturb, I'm Stretching" sign.
I don't have one of those. Just me talking loudly is probably the sign for them.
That's fair. I got one of those for exercising when I used to exercise in my room, but I've crossed it out and just put stretching.
Nice. That's way better than exercising.
And a nap.
Cool.
Okay. Now, right to left.
So yeah, just reach all the way across your body. We recommend going, like, kind of rotating your chest a little to be parallel with your leg, and then going arm over the head.
And to get a deeper stretch, I usually recommend sticking your other arm in the other direction.
Yeah, it should almost hook around your other thigh, and you can really pull with it a little bit. Or it helps you rotate more into it, I think.
Yeah, it does something good.
Yeah, it really, I think, puts pressure on your lats, I think, to stretch a little more.
Nice.
Yeah.
Switch. Okay. Now down the middle.
Yeah, now it's just both arms straight down the middle. Push as far as you can into it. Again, if you feel any sharp pains, that's not good. It should only be uncomfortable. It should not hurt. Man, we're really thinking about the health and safety of our listeners, huh?
Yeah, we gotta make sure they don't get injured so they can come back to climbing.
Yeah, and get more flexible with us too, because they can start doing these while they listen to our other podcasts.
We would recommend, since those were some pretty intense stretches, just to like roll out your hamstrings and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because they got pretty tight.
Yeah, just let them loose a little bit, I would say.
Yeah.
All right, now what do we call this?
Okay.
The Sphinx.
Sphinx
pose. So basically, just lay flat on your stomach. Bring your arms up to around like your chest area, and then just push up while leaving your legs down, so that like your lower back really like bends, so your chest comes off the ground, but like your hips do not. I think that was a pretty good description. And you should look like a Sphinx. And your arms are like completely straight.
Okay, forward dog.
I call this one child's pose, but either way. Kind of like spread open bent legs with arms in front of you, and then just kind of lean back on your butt. While your arms are completely straight again. And again, if we're not doing well describing these, hit us up on Sloper Slappers. We'll send pictures of all the stretches that you don't understand. Alright, this is a rough one, but lay on your side, take the leg that's like on top and like bend it 90 degrees forward. So you're kind of in like a running position, but like on your side. And then just bring the bottom leg up and just grab it with your hand so that's like almost a quad stretch, but like with the other leg forward. This will be a cool one to take a picture of me doing and sending to people.
You should be shirtless. Just to fuck with people. Ask for pictures.
That would be so funny, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, yeah, this is gonna be a long one. We're already at 31 minutes.
Oh boy. Our last one was pretty long too. I don't even know why.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we're just being
Like 30 seconds.
extra talkative or something. Maybe. I decided I'm not going to put the times in the description. I'm just going to do the stretch and then how long we hold it for and maybe like a brief description of the stretch if I can. I don't know.
Well, that's still pretty good. Okay. Core stretch.
Alright. Lay on your stomach. Put your arms out to the sides, fully extended. And then alright, say you're doing your left leg first. Take your left leg and like lift it up and then bring it to the opposite side of its body, so to your right side, while still keeping your shoulders on the ground. And just see how far you can stretch that. That was a kind of weird description, but I hope it worked. I don't know.
It's kind of a stretch.
Yeah, it is. I feel like even if we did add video, we're both kind of like really close up to the camera, so like you can't really see the full like extension of these stretches.
Yeah. Switch.
I mean,
have, like, like, it's hard to show.
Yeah, I mean, maybe hit us up and maybe you can join one of our stretching sessions, dude. We could have guests on like our podcast.